Hello and welcome to another day of Big Pets Under the Hood. Today I'm out here in the shop again because I'm prepping the 700R4. That's a 1987 to a 91 that I'm going to be putting in my C10 pickup behind the 468 cubic inch big block that I built. Now, for any one of you all that are worried or concerned or have heard some things about the 700R4, let me clear those up right now. The 200R4 is a very weak transmission. And what I mean by that is, as far as the case goes, it is no support for any of the drums in the case. Just the only thing that supports those things are the the drums. So the drums don't have a support system in the case. The bands is what hold them in place, which makes it a very weak transmission. Now you can have them built and stuff like that and do different things to them, but if the case is junk, you'll have problem. So my thing is the 700R4 for easy installation. It carries the same spacing for the cross member as a 350 transmission, but it gives you the advantage of having a higher first gear and overdrive. So here we are. Without further ado, the star of the show is this 1987 700R4 that came out of a Pontiac Trans Am. The reason why you know that it came out of a car, because the back right here on the tail shaft housing, it'll have those three places right there where you can bolt the mount that holds up the exhaust and also the wiring loom. You'll know it's an 87 to a 90 because it has only one douche plug that controls the lockup, the trans temp, and the ground. And you will also have all the plugs for you can test the pump. You can test over here second gear, third gear, and lockup if need be. Adding to that, I will be installing a Corvette servo, which does just what it says. It's a Corvette servo, and this is the part number for it. You can get it online, any transmission parts place, but it's a Corvette servo. It's for all 700s and 4L60s, regardless of the year of anything. I'm going to be installing a new front seal. I also will be installing a new rear seal, and I bought a new high-speed converter for it. And this is the part number as well. And this is for any 81 to 90, 200, 200R4, 325, 700R4 transmission. Remember, the 4L60 carries a different converter than the 700R4. If you're going to go backwards on the 4L60 and put the 4L60E in conjunction to an older engine, you will have to get that half-inch spacer to put the half-inch spacer on the crankshaft. Or if not, you'll have to go back and get an older torque converter that will run with that. I have a 4L60, but that's not what I was going to put into this truck. Also, I bought a chrome deep oil pan, not just for looks, but it gives me the ease of being able to service the vehicle. On this car here, the Monte Carlo, I got one on it, but it is a aluminum extended oil pan. So I just grabbed that one today because it was right there, quick to do. As you can see, I have been busy working on the C10. I've got the firewall all painted. Got it all painted. I've got the frame painted, the new engine mounts in it and stuff like that. And so what I'll be working on next is getting the suspension on the truck done, because I've already bought all the polypropylene suspension bushings, up and lower control arm bushings. I'll be replacing those. I'll be replacing the tie rod ends. I'll be doing the ball joints, up and lower, and all that stuff, and getting all that together so that once I put the engine and the transmission in, the suspension will follow. I have to get the drive shaft cut because it's a shorter unit because I had a 400 in here. Let me give you one quick tip of advice. If you're going to do a swap on a trans and you're going to put a 700R4 in a truck that it did not come with, the quickest thing to do is try to go down to your local salvage yard, find you an 87 to 98 short wheelbase pickup, not extended cab, a short wheelbase regular cab pickup that came with the 700R4. Take that drive shaft out. That should be the correct length for what you need, because the wheelbase didn't change. That should be the correct length of what you need in order to go into any 78, well, any 73 to 80 to 87 square body pickup. If it's a long bed, then you do the same thing. Just find you a regular cab that had a long bed on it. I don't know about the dimensions for the extended cab because I haven't measured those. But I know that the short wheelbase standard cab will work on a regular square body. And if you have a long bed, I know that the work truck that came with the 700R4, there was long wheelbase, there was square, there was a single cab, it'll work as well. And you'll have the correct 27 spline output shaft on it. If you're going to do a 4L80, another quick tip for that, find you a van that's a 3500 van. If it's a regular dimension van, hey, there goes your yoke for your transmission, and you could probably get away with the drive shaft. I haven't seen too many short wheelbase vans. They're usually always long wheelbase. So you'd have to, if you wanted to, you could take and buy that complete drive shaft, take it down to your nearest drive shaft place, measure it, the dimensions. Remember, leave you an inch of clearance so you can be able to slide the yoke all the way bottom out against the transmission and be able to remove the end of the drive shaft from the rear end. But let's get today started on this 700R4. Once I've finished, I will show you guys that it's been completed. I will paint it and have it all ready to go, and you'll see it there. Thanks again. Remember, do one thing for me. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Trying to get the channel up to 30,000 people. Let's get it going, folks. If you like the videos, don't take nothing but do one thing. Hit subscribe, hit like, and hit share. Looking at the time, it's time for me to get going. You guys have a great day, and girls have a good day. Share the video. Thank you.